Last time on Dragon Ball Z, Kanye West continues to trick people into buying his shit and thinking he is a changed person.
$55 for like this nasty looking food, and you got the nerve to serve me orange juice in a styrofoam cup and this food on a paper plate? Not for $55, Mr. West.
We also catch up with one ongoing battle taking place between an angry lady and a confused cat.
Smudge has continued to make leaps and bounds as a small-time internet celebrity and now has its own handle on Instagram as Smudge Lord.
But most importantly of all, we will find out how many people have to be killed in order for you to get a Popeye spicy chicken sandwich.
Just to stab somebody over a chicken sandwich. They talked to me, I said, man, I'll go buy you a chicken sandwich if you don't stab that person. I mean,
Find out today on Dragon Ball Z.
Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
1,475 kids were lost by our government. They were lost because they were given into a healthcare system or a foster care system that completely lost track of all the kids and the parents responsible for watching those kids. And of those kids, they were all able to run away, or we can't identify where they are anymore. This is a laughable gaffe on our government. But what isn't funny is the fact that this is happening to citizens as well on a grand scale. America is the third largest port for human trafficking in the world. Think about that. There are third world countries and regimes that have dictators that have zero laws going on, and we rank third. That is because we ostensibly propagate the issue. By us not having a government agency responsible for monitoring missing children in this country, we are ostensibly giving it away that we are okay with kids being exploited in our country. That is not a lie. That is not a gaffe. That is not a mistake. There's too many ways for the kids to be lost in the system and not enough safety nets put in place to guarantee that they do not fall into these dark places. And best believe the sex trafficking is the major motivator. If you don't believe me, ask the Patriots owner, Robert Kraft. You know, the guy that somehow lost a charge about sex trafficking when he was found at a massage parlor where underage girls were being employed. 23,500 kids have gone missing since 2018, and they have all been related to sex trafficking alone. Of that large amount, only 7,000 of those kids have been recovered, and that is only what we have documented since 2012. Last year, out of all the kids reported missing from the 700, we only found 140. And you're probably thinking sex trafficking only affects women? No. 30% of those people reported missing last year, 30% of them were boys. All of our kids are at risk. But you're probably thinking black kids don't have to worry about being abducted or put into sex trafficking because black kids know how to say f***. Well, you be wrong, because black kids are underreported, and it's because of this societal belief that black kids don't really look their age. It has been proven in other studies and tests that black kids tend to look 5 to 10 more years older than they really are. Also, black communities are not willing to go to police departments because, you know, the unarmed killing of us in broad daylight kind of makes you believe that they're not going to be interested in saving someone who they will eventually probably one day come across and try and kill. And another big thing is miscommunication in the black community with their ability to report. For example, Oluwafemi is the name of the person that went missing. In social media and local news reports, his name was reported as Arthur. Now, if you post two pictures of the same person and put two different names on it, it's already a disconnect because some people don't just look at finite details. But putting a different name underneath that person, this now creates confusion because there is reason to believe that people are dumb enough to realize that these two people could not possibly be the same person. And therein lies the issue. A streamlined way of communication is super important. And it's hard to be able to establish this form of communication when black people feel the need to create nicknames for themselves in order to have proper communication with other people who find their real names difficult to say. And now I'm going to have a one-off conversation with you about the importance of you kind of coming to terms with Uncle So-and-so not needing to be in your house. If there's ever an event where Uncle So-and-so comes over and you need your child to change clothes because you don't think that Uncle So-and-so can hold his own, I'm here to tell you Uncle so-and-so doesn't need to be in your house. And maybe you don't deserve to have a kid. Okay, clearly we need the government's help. The Trump administration has become extremely lax on the type of things we would pursue for criminal offense. And sex offenders, pedophiles, and sex traffickers are not at the top of their list. What is at the top of their list is investigating if a microwave in Trump Tower was bugged by the Obama administration during the 2016 campaign. This is f***ing real life. The Trump administration is a group of idiots, but we are not perfect. In fact, 2016 was when we started recording police-related deaths in America. There's a bunch of things that we don't do very well when it comes to quality control as it pertains to population in this country. And yes, we do have federal laws that kind of dictate how states should handle these missing children reports, but no real way of them kind of enforcing it or double backing and making sure that the rules are being followed. The Amber Alert system was a great thing developed in 1996 to help put news, media, billboards, and any form of social media and get everyone sort of on the same page about getting information about people who've gone missing, especially children, in a fast, effective manner. It has even led to great partnerships with Google and Apple that have helped us get alerts on our phone if we're within a 20-mile radius. These are great forms of innovation, but once again, there's no law strictly dictating how this should be done. And if any one of these corporations or social media accounts decided not to do it, there will be nothing that we could do to kind of influence their actions other than ask nicely. Okay, we can't rely on the man. If one of our loved ones do go missing, what should we do? I know I just said that the man ain't gonna help you, but you have to contact the man. Get in contact with your local police officer, have a headshot and any identifying marker pictures available to present to this officer. Make sure you have their height, weight, nicknames, things that they might go by, anything that could help you find this person effectively and fast. Get the information on local news. Local news usually have a hotline, so make sure you look into that within your area. The news love these type of things, so why not use it to your advantage? Get your local news department involved and get it out there to as many people as possible. Get a search crew together. Usually when a person goes missing, they go missing in a 10-mile radius of a known area. If you can get to that area and search up to a mile radius, there's a good chance you could find that person in good health. This involves you doing a lot of door-to-door. You need a big group. 5 to 20 people is not easy to acquire, but the more people you have in your group, the better your chances are of finding that missing person. And get it on social media in a meaningful way. What I mean by this is posting a picture of the person with your information on it, with your contact information, so that people can contact you directly with information and there isn't this big misconception about is this real or not, because they have a direct source to you. If finding this person is a life and death situation, you should have zero issues putting your information out there to the public if anyone has any information on how to get them back safely. And usually when these steps are being incorporated, the yield to finding someone is usually under 6 hours and they are almost always found in good health. This is information that has been provided to me with these websites and the research that I've done. So it does work, it is effective, and these are things that we didn't have access to in the past. But ultimately, the responsibility lies on you and me. We need to pay a little bit more attention to one another. We need to treat each other just a little bit better. I think it's super important for us to take a step back and really put ourselves in the shoes of people who are posting these things on Facebook. Someone they love, their mother, their father, their sister, their brother, their uncle, their auntie, their husband, their wife, their child, their loved one is missing. I hope you have it in you to post it, and not just post it because it's going to make your conscience feel better, but because you know you're making a difference. More importantly than any of this, I hope you take the time to really ask yourself, have you done enough to help that missing person? Because if you're able to find a missing person, you've just saved a life. And if we save enough lives, maybe I can stop making these 10-hour long videos, because I'm not going to sit here and pretend using 10 hours of my day on a weekend to record a video about how people should be more humane towards children. It's kind of depressing. It's kind of depressing.